everyone. Dr. David Kulla here with Synergy Wellness in New York City, and today we have a repeat YouTuber here. She's been in one of our other videos. The question here is, can you get chiropractic care if you've had artificial disc surgery? If you've had a fusion in your neck or back, or an artificial, a fake disc put in between the bones. In her case, she got a Mobi-C disc. That's the type of disc, artificial disc that was put in. And she had it between C5 and C6 right here at the base of the neck. And C5, C6 nerve root, if you could see here on this poster, which probably most of you can't see too clearly, those nerves control the sensation here in the forearm and the thumb and index finger. So she would have had to have a lot of pain shooting down that arm and complete numbness and a lot of neck pain, obviously, in order to get that disc replaced, and that's what she ultimately decided to do. And when she first came in, she got referred by her husband and was really afraid to get adjusted, and rightfully so. She had in a way, it's similar to a fusion. They just fuse a disc in between the bones, right? She was nervous to get chiropractic care, and again, rightfully so. You should be nervous. It has to be done properly, and there's a lot of different techniques that we can use and have used on her to alleviate her headaches and her neck pain. Do you have any headaches today?
Not today, but I have this week.
This week you've had headaches? Okay. So we're going to start by just loosening up these muscles here across the top of the shoulders, and the rotator cuff muscles and the suboccipital muscles, which go all the way into the neck, along with the trapezius muscles. So I just listed off a whole bunch of muscles, and I know I don't expect you guys to know all of those muscles, but all those muscles run across the top of the shoulders and go into the neck area. Okay, so I'm going to use this PTLMS machine to just loosen up the muscles here. Now, I would not use this machine if she just had surgery, but she had surgery several years ago. How many years has it been now?
2019, so a little over 2.
2 years now. So, but right after surgery, we would not use this. We would use some other techniques. And you can see her wiggling like a little worm right there. So that's obviously a tender spot right there. Okay, now that that's all loosened up, I'm going to show you how we adjust somebody with an artificial disc in the neck. Now, there are several different gentle techniques we can use here. You're sensitive right in there, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And right there. Okay. So those two adjustments we have to do with you face up. So go ahead, turn over on your back. Okay, cross your arms in front of you like this. Good. Tuck your chin down, deep breath in. And blow all the way out. Okay. Okay, good. All right, now face down. So originally, she really liked this technique for the neck. It's much gentler. It's called THOMPSON technique. The headpiece actually pops up and then drops down below her. We can set the tension to different levels. And that's what we originally started with her, and we've done a few other gentle techniques with her over time. Ender right there. Okay, so that's where her disc is right there. And again, the disc is in between the vertebra. Okay, so when you adjust the vertebra, you're not adjusting the disc. A disc can't be adjusted, and a disc sits in between the two bones, and it doesn't slip. So a lot of people use the term slip disc. That's not really a term, because discs technically don't slip. They can't slip. They're stuck in between the two vertebrae. They're kind of like adhesions that keep it down, anchored into that space. Now, they can herniate or bulge out to the side. That's why people call it slipped. But the actual disc itself doesn't slide or slip to one side. It bulges. The inner material on the inside bulges to one side or herniates and breaks through the outer layer. So again, there's no such thing as a slip disc. Okay, so you're really sensitive, even up here, aren't you?
Very
okay.
sensitive.
So a lot of soft tissue inflammation, tender right there. Okay. Take some deep breaths in and out. So what I'm doing is just releasing some trigger points in the suboccipital region, which is right along the bottom of the occiput here. If you get headaches, which she gets headaches, she's had some headaches all week. I know to look for this for her, suboccipital tension, so, being with the head down on the phone or on the computer a lot. Happens to all of us. So if you're someone that gets headaches, check the suboccipital tendons and you can release them. I've done another video on that with a lacrosse ball. I did a short video on that showing you guys how to release those trigger points to alleviate any headaches really fast within minutes. So that's what I'm doing here. And you could probably feel the tension in the neck just releasing already. I felt it go a bit there. We're going to go to the next spot. Tender right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Deep breath in and out. Again, this is just trigger point therapy on the suboccipital tendons. And once we get the muscles relaxed, even into the neck, we did the top of the shoulders. Now we're going to do the neck. Then we'll go ahead and adjust her. She's much easier to adjust when she's relaxed. And let's face it, any chiropractor out there, anybody that tenses up for the adjustment, it's difficult. I don't care how strong the chiropractor is. You have 5 layers of back muscles, and when the patient tightens or stiffens up, it's not good for anybody. So we want to make sure she's relaxed and comfortable. I know she already trusts me, otherwise she wouldn't be here. So, and then also just, knowing that the patients trust you. And sometimes that doesn't come on the first visit. Sometimes patients are really scared that first visit. So you have to be really gentle and finesse in your adjustments, so people don't tighten up at the very last second and create any more problems than they need already. Tender in here. Okay.
It's getting better, I can feel.
Okay. Yeah, and you see that? Feel that? Yeah,
Wow.
big difference. Her muscles just totally loosened up right here. A lot of it probably has to do with some computer work she's doing. So here, we're going to do, this is another little add-on you won't find in too many offices, cold laser therapy. So this just melts away trigger points instantly. When I say instantly, I mean in a minute or so. And is that tender?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. So I'll show you how this works. It reduces inflammation, reduces muscle spasms, heals and repairs soft tissue damage. It does a lot. But as you can see, it also alleviates trigger points. So on a scale 1 to 5, how tender was that? 5 being the most sensitive.
I would definitely say about 4.5.
A 4.5. Okay. So that spot was a 4.5. We're going to laser it, and then we're going to just test it again and see if it's still a 4.5. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I just started one, yeah.
Yeah? What's your YouTube channel?
SOM in the city.
What is it?
SOM in the city.
S-O-M?
SOMM, yeah.
SOM in the City. S-O-M-M in the City is her YouTube channel. And for those of you that are wine lovers, wine connoisseurs, she is a sommelier. She's a wine specialist. So tune into her YouTube channel when you get a chance if you love wine.
Thank you.
Okay, now.
Oh my God.
How is it a 4.5 still?
No, it's like probably like a 1.5, 2.
A 1.5, 2. So there you go. In about a minute.
Oh my
This is
goodness.
really incredible. These lasers are game changers, really. So we just got rid of a really nasty trigger point for her called the LEVATOR scapula trigger point. It attaches right onto the corner of the scapula, and everybody gets those from being on the computer. Probably a bunch of you are feeling the back of your shoulder right there at the corner of the shoulder blade and jumping through the roof. That is a trigger point. Okay, turn over on your back. So I just checked her neck face down. We released the muscles in the spasms in the neck, and it's much, much better. Now we're going to see if she needs to be adjusted. So I am not going to adjust C5, C6 like this. I'm all the way at the very top of her neck, adjusting C1, C2. Very gently. Now lay on your stomach. So for those of you that don't know, we have 7 vertebrae in the neck. C1 is the top one that surrounds the brainstem. C2 also surrounds the brainstem. And then you've got C3 through C7. All those vertebrae have nerves, 14 pairs of nerves that exit from left to right, on the left and the right. And those nerves control all the muscles and all the sensations that we get into our face, hands, arms, and shoulders. Now, do you feel that over there on the left?
Yeah, I feel...
How about over here?
No, I don't feel on the right anymore.
Yeah. So we're going to do a gentle adjustment here. Okay. And this is where her disc is, where her artificial disc is. So we're going to be very gentle. And again, I'm using a THOMPSON technique. Good. And take a deep breath in and blow all the way out and relax here. There we go. Did you feel that move?
Yeah, I did. Wow.
Great, great. Didn't even have to use a lot of force. So for people with artificial discs or fusion of the neck or the lower back, you really want to be gentle. You want to do a lot of muscle work to make sure that everything is loose and relaxed so that when you do administer the adjustment, it goes really nice and smoothly. You probably didn't hear the crack. We did, me and her did. And it was very gentle, the adjustment. You don't have to use a lot of force. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or comments, I'm going to go ahead and adjust her lower back off camera. But if you have any questions or comments about cervical disc fusion, cervical fusion, lumbar fusion, or a artificial disc in the neck or lower back, feel free to comment below. Thanks for tuning in.